Hey guys, this is MattiAce. So the 2nd of October, as we released a new patch with a couple of new scopes and some Halloween stuff. Now I have not been hunting pumpkins, nor have I checked out any of the new helmets, but the scopes were a big deal to me, and also the scope physics, the way they kind of behave more accurate with the spread and the recoil of the weapon. They're also more accurate. And the dot is a little bit smaller, which I really like, and the one that I decided to go with, the one of the new scopes that you see here, is called the RTA Reflex 1x T-dot. So now whether or not I'm going to stick with this scope remains to be seen, but for now it seems, it just seemed like the best choice. So now the weapon I'm using here is the T5 AMC. It is the long mid-range carbine of the TR. The equivalent of the Vanu is the Pulsar C, and for NC it's the Razor GD23. So I have high velocity ammo, forward grip, and the compensator. And I've been playing Vanu quite a bit the last couple of weeks, which is why I'm struggling a little bit with the T5 AMC, because the Pulsar C, you don't have to control it the same way as you have to do with the T5 AMC. And the main thing I would want to point out is that you cannot have your bursts as long with the T5 AMC as you can with the Pulsar C. Depends on the range of course. And since these weapons that I mentioned are the mid-range or longer range type carbines, how you control them at range is of course very important, especially if you pick my playstyle. Now a lot of people would prefer more magnification than the one-time scope, but that's the thing. Even though I do shoot a lot at longer mid-range, I don't want to suffer anyway in closer range due to the scope. This is why I kind of force myself to learn how to shoot at range, even with the one-time magnification. So yeah, a lot of people have been complaining about the hit registration in Planetside 2, and yeah, there you saw one of my best examples of showing you how I've been suffering from it just the same. Now, normally I don't get myself into these kind of crazy close range situations, but a lot of people kind of specialize in it, and the way Planetside 2 works is that these things are much more successful in Planetside 2 than I've seen in any other game. Just running into a big group of people and getting a shitload of kills in a short period of time, even though, you know, you really should just be killed instantly when that happens. But it's a good way to pad your kills per minute stats if that is something that's important to you, because yeah, you don't really need to worry about aim or control or anything like that at 5 meters range or something. Now I'm basically just focusing on the scope here, or my choice of scope in this video, but there was a lot of things happening in the patch, a lot of new stuff, and yeah, it would be interesting to hear what you guys thought about it. Have you been hunting pumpkins? And if you did you achieve whatever goals you could have? I don't even know what you would gain from it. It's I'm sorry, I just didn't really find it all that interesting. It's a fun thing though, don't get me wrong. It's just that I've had a massive amount of lags and lag spikes, freeze lags and some such. So the problem with that is that, yeah, there's some really fun stuff there that you could appreciate, and some variety to the game, but when there's a lot of hitches and a lot of issues that has been going on for a while, and instead of them being resolved they get worse, then it's really hard to appreciate new and fun stuff coming into the game, because yeah, there are other things that just takes away that that joy from the game. And yeah, just here I think the NC players were able to start a cap at the biolab, and I was unable to actually overload this generator. So I'm going to end this video with something that is not really related to the scopes or some such. And what's happening here is that one of the NC players here, he tried to ram me, I suppose, and he kind of failed at that, which is quite common. I mean, don't get me wrong, I get rammed all the time. And the thing about it is, though, you have all these players that are kind of concerned and complaining about how hard it is to get into the air-to-air gameplay, while at the same time a massive amount of the player base are focusing at the ramming intentionally. And the thing is that as long as you try to ram, you are never going to learn. It's better to actually fail and lose against a more experienced player, even though it's frustrating, because at least then you will gain some experience yourself. Now, I do understand the temptation of trolling, I guess, but yeah, you're gonna hurt your own progress in the way. So anyway, that's all for this video. Thank you all for watching, and bye for now.